Have you ever asked yourself the really simple question, how can I make myself smarter? We're going to help you.
The average person is exposed to 11 million pieces of information per second. But our brain, even working at its maximum level, can only process 40 to 50 pieces of information per second.
So how do we choose the right information to pay attention to?
There are two basic buckets of information: expiring information and permanent information.
Expiring information catches your attention. There's a lot of it floating around because it keeps our short attention spans occupied. It's like being on a sugar high. Now, we also chase it down. We're anxious to squeeze insight out of it before it loses its relevance. It's really temporary.
Permanent information is what we call wisdom. You have to work harder for it. Think of it as like protein, but its benefit is huge. It never expires and it compounds over time, building on what you've already learned.
So how do you go from information to wisdom?
Here are the 4 tips to make that happen.
First, you can't remember everything.
You don't even remember our names.
Nobody can. So if you want to be a GOAT, then what you really got to do is you got to focus on the topics that are materially meaningful to turning your passion into profit. Segregate information into 2 categories. The first is going deep into your focus area.
Is it real estate, finance?
And then the second is going more broad and sort of casual interests. These casual interests are important because they give you exposure to new ways of thinking outside of your core, outside of those focus topics. So spend 80% of your time on the first, the things that are really specific to your business, and 20% of your time on the second, the things that are going to help you expand your mind and bring new thinking to your business.
The second tip: when you expose yourself to new focal information, immediately make your mind connect it to a problem that it is going to solve in your business. Help your brain understand why that piece of information is important to you and needs to be remembered. You're training your brain.
And then 3, as soon as you get the chance, identify 3 ways that you're going to take that action on that information. So you're either going to put it into action immediately, or at the very least, you're going to write down those 3 ways. This is like homework, we get it, but it works.
And 4, and I love this because I am a scientist, think like a scientist. Take time to analyze your results. Are the results valid? Can you replicate them? Meaning, is this information that you've obtained timeless for you? This is an important step because you might not always make the right choice of information to double down on. That's to be expected. But if it happens, move on to the next bit of information as quickly as possible. As we said, there's plenty of it out there.
So are you ready to convert information into wisdom?
Here are 4 GOAT tips to help you do that. G, get focused on the types of information most important to your specific business.
O, serve how that info solves the problem for you and put it into
A, action in at least 3 ways. And
T, think like a scientist.
And you'll become a GOAT. Now, we've just talked about a lot of information in a short amount of time. If you want to go even deeper, you can pick up our book, GOAT Wisdom by Harvard Business Review Press. You can find the link in the description below.